last little update on this system before I go. Here we have the first bucket with a lemon drop, kale and Brussels sprouts. A lemon drop I thought was too much in the bucket. I mean, 3 plants way too much, but apparently this worked out fine. There's quite a few peppers on here. Well, they're still all green. The black palm kale actually worked out well as well. It's been really nice harvesting bit by bit, and there's still lots to go. Here the Brussels sprouts are slowly coming, if I manage to focus on them. You can see the little bulbs in any case. Yeah, there we go. And you just kind of break off the branches as you go to leave them some space to grow. So yeah, hopefully I'll get some Brussels sprouts before it gets too cold. I started late. Here the cucumber from over there is going all the way over here, and still growing strong. I mean, if you don't harvest every 2 days, you just end up with these massive cucumbers, which you can't really pickle anymore that well, but they're good in salads. Here we have the double 7-pot bubblegum, so 2 of them with a little bit low stress training on the bottom here, and the middle branches actually grow higher than the entire plant, than the main stems, I'm sorry. And this one's actually producing lots of super hot peppers here. These ones are also not focusing, but these ones are really nice. They're 7-foot bubblegums, which get super red. Also the calyx gets red, and they are among the super hot varieties. Here I've tried crossing one. This is a Aji Confusion with the 7-pot bubblegum, and the pepper is actually growing, so I'm hopefully getting some F1 seeds of that for next year. And yeah, again, lots of more peppers in here hidden, but I'll hope they have time to mature. Here we have the basil tree, which even got a kind of brown stem here. This was from a cutting, and it just grew crazy. I put a couple of 2 extra ones here, which didn't get very big because they were young. And the rosemary also is growing, but I guess as soon as winter sets in, this is lost. So just a little project. Same with the sage here, it worked out well. We have another little big fat cucumber hiding here. Then this is the sad bucket with all the powdery mildew. I'm going to probably just cut the whole plant off. I've tried killing the mildew. This is growing something apparently that was a type of melon, I was told, when I was given the little plant. And I cut into one and it looks like a cucumber. It smells like a cucumber. I've tried finding out what it is. I have no idea. And yeah, as you can see, it's really sick. It's going to make the rest of the plants here sick, so I'm going to just get rid of it. This bucket also had 2 peppers in it, but the reason why this is such a stressed and sickly plant is because this got clogged down here, so I had to take everything out, and including the roots and everything of this big melon plant. And in the end, I put it back with new media, and I took out the 2 pepper plants that were here and put them in soil, which are doing fine in soil, so I can also overwinter them, which is nice because there's a fatali in there, and I don't have fatalis otherwise to overwinter. Yeah, but since then it's just not really gotten back, and it's just been sick ever since. So yeah, it was possible to take it out and put it in, but it cost a lot of health, and in the end that was too much. Here we have the Aji Confusion in that bucket. So this and this, it's grown. It's one of those plants that bifurcates very early on and just has lots and lots of branches, so a bushy plant naturally. And these are the peppers. They grow into like a crazy different types of shapes, I think. I don't even know if this is considered a stable fenna or if it's just naturally distinct peppers, but if you Google them, they always look different. White peppers. And then we have 2, and again it's difficult to film, but 2 lemon drops next to it. You can see it, I guess, from the buckets. This is the Aji Confusion, and then we have 2 lemon drops. And I like to go in here because honestly it's like a jungle, but there are lemon drop peppers everywhere, except that they're still green and nothing has turned yellow yet. But yeah, lots of peppers everywhere. They're really growing like crazy, and relatively large pods as well, I think, for the type. So I'm happy. This one is in a deep water culture, you could say, but a recirculating one. So I've got a little air stone in there with this one, and yeah, and this one is just in media like the other ones, with a little protection from the sun up here. But yeah, you can see the roots really came up all everywhere. These are 30 liter buckets. You can actually see it here, 26, yeah, about 30 liter buckets, so they're huge, way too big. Next year I'm gonna have smaller ones. And yeah, and then we have here the Carolina Reaper. They're also growing, but they're still quite young. I hope they have time to ripen. And in the back we have two Aji Ayuyo. But they are, actually this is the first time I see, but there is actually a pepper on here. It's just very, very small. Oh, that's great. But otherwise just mostly flowers and buds, so I'm not sure before winter anything will happen here. This is my way of making sure it doesn't topple over, which has been working fine. Here we have another air stone, and these are the two plants in here. Yeah, so water dripping plus air stone. These plants are very happy. It's just that they're kind of behind these monsters, so they don't get enough sun and haven't grown as much as I wanted them to. This is what I'm very proud of, my float valve additional reservoir. So I've got an extra 30 liters of newts. Sometimes I mix a bit of extra water in here on hot days, just so it doesn't drink up all the water without all the newts. And it's simply connected here. And this is actually just connected by pushing it on here, and somehow has been working fine. Then I have here the float valve, and the float valve, if the water level gets to a certain point, if it gets too low, this will go down and water will start dripping from the extra reservoir, and otherwise it won't flow over. And yeah, and I've got some extra holes on the side here as well, so that if the water gets too high for some reason, it's not going to overflow, it's just going to drip through here. And yeah, then you see the pump down there, of course, it pumps the water up here. And I'm using a feeding tube up here. Feeding tube sounds weird, but yeah. And then smaller connectors, usually about 3 drippers into the buckets. I think next time I might just do a single one, which is fine, probably enough. But if you have in the beginning 3 smaller plants, that makes it easier. And yeah, that's about it. In soil here I've got the other lemon drops, which is growing lots of little peppers as well, and the habanero, which is also producing some fairly nice pods, but nothing is really getting red yet as they should. And then really quickly, this is the large, my favorite plant, Carolina Reaper, which has really taken off. It has gotten massive, and I've got a couple of nice pods on here, although as you can see they are still green. Yep, that's about it. That's my update. Thank you very much.